Oh no, it's Mark Yoon!
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mark Yoon. I'm here today again with my buddy Rich.
Hey, everybody.
We're going to be talking about episode 97 of Dragon Ball Super. For those of you that haven't watched it, the tournament finally just started. Yeah, no, seriously. So let's talk about this super basil-filled episode of Dragon Ball Super. First, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it, Rich? How did you feel?
Well, I mean, I'm just happy the tournament started, but I thought it was pretty cool. I like how it just kind of went, it's got all hectic. Everyone just started charging each other. Well, everyone except Universe 7 for me now. It was cool seeing like a bunch of all the other characters that we briefly see start fighting and what they can do and learning their names. Probably not gonna remember all of them. Like I was just saying earlier, just like sometimes it's hard for me to remember what characters from what universe. Obviously, it's happening 7 and 6 and maybe 9.
I mean, it's fun. At least they're all puns, so it's not that hard. It's not like when you first started watching Bleach. Like when I first started watching Bleach, I was like, "What the hell are these people's names?" Yeah. So in the episode, everyone just started going gung ho at each other, and like Rich said, Universe 7 held back with their backs to the pole, which is in the center of the ring. The pole, by the way, that's how it's being timed. It's apparently 100 ticks, or as Piccolo stated, 48 minutes Earth time. So when the pole reaches ground floor, then it's over. It's pretty cool seeing a bunch of the action sequences starting. Of course, Goku is a retard, and the first thing he does is forget about the plan and rush off to go fight. I was so pissed at him. I was like, dude, just what are you doing?
Of course, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza. Okay, Frieza I can let pass because he's Frieza. But it's come on, Goku and Vegeta. Can't we just
I think 18 was actually the first one to jump off besides Goku. I think it was Goku. They just left.
Yeah, and I was a little disappointed in that. I was kind of hoping everyone would kind of finally team up, but of course not. It's taboo.
Yeah, it also makes me a little bit nervous that we're not going to see Gohan have any new potential because he's sitting there pretty much protecting everyone else.
And I am a little concerned because the next episode seems like it might be focusing mostly on Goku, but
yeah.
I'm hoping it kind of alternates a bit. Come on.
Speaking of Goku, if he's at least gonna charge off on his own, can he at least kick some ass? He did nothing. He got chokeholded out, stared down Jiren, and that's it. He almost got thrown out of the ring until he turned Super Saiyan Blue.
Wouldn't it be crazy? I mean, I actually would sort of like it
if he got thrown out first.
Yeah, if Goku is the first one that gets knocked out,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. But
funnily enough, the first person who got thrown out of the ring was a girl who had wings and could just fly. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's something. I'm like, wait, can't she fly?
But she said she told her Kai or whatever. She was like, "Oh, I forgot to fly because I was so scared." I was like, "What?" But it's kind of interesting that they just kind of teleport back to the ringside, though.
Yeah, I thought I heard. This is probably wrong.
I thought they were gonna die.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard too originally.
Just be erased.
Yeah, because that's not the case though.
What's the whole point of Zeno with the god pads? Because they're just okay, this one. Oh, I'm like, that literally did nothing. You just touched the screen. Are they the ones keeping track?
Scoreboard? Yeah, I think they're just keeping track.
So you have two of the dumbest characters keeping track of which characters' names are which, and we can't even remember them. That doesn't bode well. And the Grand Priest looks evil as all hell, man. I think he's a bad guy.
Yeah, I could see him being. I got people. I heard one crazy theory that one of the Zenos could be Zamasu. I guess the future one.
I heard that too, but I can't see Zamasu being mimicking the personality. But you know what? The only reason I could see that is he did use Goku's voice when he was in Goku's body at first, and then one of the Zenos always mimics the other one. They never talk at the same time. It's always one of them says something and the other one directly mimics it. and does like the opposite hand, and like all the time he like forgets which hand, which I think that might just because I think that actually leads more credence to the fact that that's a BS theory, but
also, well, one of the other things that might help, it's a small thing, but I think if you watch the intro and like when the Zenos kind of like swing by each other, I think one of them looks green or something, and I get Zamasu is green, so I mean probably nothing, but it is a strange coincidence.
But I've noticed it's just like every time everyone in the Dragon Ball community leaps to any kind of like strange hypothesis, they're always totally wrong. Yeah. So, even myself, like I mean, I have been right about things in the past, but for the most part, if I throw out like a crazy hypothesis, it's always wrong. It's always like the simplest solution is definitely the right one. Because Akira Toriyama, he pretty much always leans towards the simple solutions. Like, everyone saw that new poster that came out for the Dragon Ball Super Tournament arc, and they were like, oh, it's Goku's new form. I'm like, it's literally just regular Goku, and his hair is just, like, kind of flying because of, like, ki that's underneath of him. Like, he's powering up or something. I don't understand why people think it's an alternate form. I personally...
I saw that, too. I mean, I personally really hope that's not a new form, because if that is, that's, like, more plain than any of the new forms that, like, Super introduced. It's like,
I mean, it kind of could be like he uses his God Ki internally, kind of like like how Gohan goes Mystic, and he could be like Mystic Goku or Mystic God Goku, but that'd be stupid because him in his base form is like my least favorite form of Goku. Is him in his base form.
Also, I like Ultimate Gohan being like his thing. I don't like it being someone else's. It's like, come on, Gohan already gets crapped on and off. Like, just let him have this.
Speaking of somebody who has their own thing, like Khalifa and Kaba are like super leaning on the fact that Kale can control her transformation, and I don't think that's the case. Like, I think I don't even know if she's gonna transform, to be honest. Like, she might just get yinned and then like womp womp. I think what's going to happen is she might get yinned, and then since she's so upset about disappointing everyone, that she freaks out, and she becomes more powerful than everyone, and then maybe they got to, like, step in and stop her. Or calm her down. That could be a fun subplot, though. Because, like, I don't think Zeno would step in, because he'd be like, yay, this is fun, kick their ass! But, like, like, because she can go, it'd be interesting. Yeah. You wish her good.
I was glad, because I was glad like Hit got some more screen time and stuff. I mean, it was very brief, but
I mean, still, he like messed that guy up, that robot dude.
Oh him and Basil screwed.
What was his name? Like Nico Raba or Nico? I don't know.
Forget.
Metal Top Yin. That's what his name is. Yeah, he was messing people up though, just like spinning. But yeah, we were all on the edge of our seats. We all thought that was going to end it.
I want to see Hit and Jiren like fight, because I mean they seem kind of, like, I feel like Jiren is kind of like the new Hit in a way, even though I kind of like Hit's design more, but
Yeah, because Hit looks like purple cooler. But I think like Jiren might have something with time too, because like if you notice, like he was like, they were like, Jiren's just standing there, and then like the clown one, whatever, he was like, yeah, but that's like his thing, that's like what he does. I'm like, oh
yeah, like he doesn't need to move,
right? And he just literally like teleported behind Goku in the last episode, so I'm like,
he might have some kind of time space power too.
I mean, there was a Yard Rat that we saw too. Maybe he actually learned instant transmission as well.
Oh, maybe. Well, I'm also curious, like, I forget what universe it was. I want to say it was maybe 9 or, like, 4, but, like, the one where they're like, hey, they only have 8 fighters, and, like, Tien or someone's like, oh, I sense another presence or something. I'm really wondering what's that, what the deal with that is.
You think there might be, like, a noob Cybot type deal going on?
Like someone can I guess has like a duplicate of themselves or something.
Yeah, like cloaking the guy's shadow maybe, or like
that's basically what I was thinking probably.
Kind of like a Toguro Brothers type deal. Like people are like kind of symbiotic, or they work together.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I was thinking.
It'd be awesome. What if it was like Elder Toguro and Younger Toguro?
Well, I mean, the Dark Tournament had Street Fighter characters in the background, so I mean,
it's true.
Why not pay tribute to Yu Hakusho, another anime in the tournament?
Yeah. Anyway, back on the episode's topic, like, they get back into the corner, and then they get surrounded, by they, I mean, Universe 7. I think it's Gohan, Roshi, Krillin, and...
It's everyone but except the androids, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza.
Right, yeah. And, so Tien Shinhan jumps in the air and does, like, a solar flare, and that was a kind of cool scene. Like, Krillin, like, used, Kienzen, the Destructo Disc, and, Master Roshi... He, like, instantaneously went buff, which I thought was actually pretty cool. It was just like, boom!
Yeah.
And, that was pretty cool. But, of course, their attacks did, like, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's because, like, Fat Winnie the Pooh was down there. It's probably something to do with it.
Yeah, probably had help.
Maybe he was, like, training and learned to, like, spread out his, like, absorption field. Because you know how, like, he really only absorbs it on his surface of his skin? Maybe he, like, I don't know, I'm probably stretching.
Well, why would he have helped other people from other universe? I mean, okay, granted, I guess he's from 6, and they have, like, a day against 7.
That's what I mean, like, everyone pretty much wants 7 gone, so I figure, like, everyone's gunning for 7, and then as soon as 7's out of the way, they figure they're gonna, like, go against each other. But, as with every single universe tournament that's been in any tournament that's ever happened in Dragon Ball, it's never been about the tournament. There's always been an interjection and something's gone crazy. You know what I mean? Like, in the middle of the tournament, something goes nuts. I mean, it happened with Tien, it happened with Piccolo, it happened with Majin Vegeta, it happened with Oob to a certain extent. Like, I mean, the last World Tournament was pretty much... You know what I mean? Like, everything...
Yeah.
Even the one before Majin Vegeta, Spopovich and Yamu, like, pretty much interrupted the whole thing.
Yeah, every tournament I think has gotten interrupted. None has just ended normally.
Right, so which makes me think that, like, something crazy is going to happen. So it's either going to be the Zamasu thing. I don't really put too much weight in that theory, though, to be honest. Like, I don't really think that's what they're going for. Yeah. I think it's either going to have something to do with Kale, or maybe it's going to have to do with, like, that crazy evil universe that has that stupid Dangus rat, god of destruction.
Oh, yeah. I think it's, like, universe 4, I want to say? Or 3?
Maybe Kale is going to transform, and somebody's going to possess her. So that she, like, can't be powered down, you know what I mean? And it just goes nuts.
Yeah, I could maybe see that.
Like, what if she turns into, like, a legendary god or something like that? Like, what if one of, like, you know what I mean? They could do something, like, it's a stretch, but I mean, they've done stuff like that in the past. Like, they do a lot of possession stuff, like Majin Vegeta and Dabura and, Baby. So, I mean...
And I guess technically Zamasu, sort of.
Or the Grand Priest is gonna, like, transform. Maybe I think the Grand Priest wants to see the universes get destroyed, but, maybe he's not as... Maybe Zeno's not as powerful as we think he is.
Yeah, I mean... Well, it's hard to say with that.
I mean, he destroyed that universe with Zamasu, but like we said, if that Zamasu theory holds up, maybe Zamasu did something to trick everyone to think that Zeno did it, and he literally possessed him.
Yeah. See, that's what the theory thinks, that, like, you know, he possessed the future Zeno, but, like, he just made it seem like, oh, you know, he cleared that whole thing up, and, you know, the universe is fine, whatever. But I don't know. I mean, something's definitely going to happen. I really don't think it's going to, you know, end normally. Is like, you know, like we said, the track record.
Can Goku stop being, like, rivalrous, though? It's really annoying. Like, he's like, oh, there's Topo, and then, like, oh, there's Jiren. It's like, dude, fight that little yin that looks like he's from the Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament that you're fighting now, and just, like, move on. Like, stop. He reminds me of that one guy, that's why. The Wind one. Remember the Wind Ninja? I forget his name.
Oh, Jin.
Yeah, he reminds me of him. But, I don't know why. No, yeah. Same outfit style. But, I wish, like, Goku has literally been, like, the antagonist of, like, the entire series of Super so far. Like, his character is so different than it was in Z. Like, I don't know why. Like, everyone's like, no, in Z it was just bad dub and bad translation, and Goku's actually really like that. I'm like, I watched it originally in Japanese. When it was time for Goku to get serious, he got serious.
That's what it seemed like. I don't know. I think it's just like, he seemed to be making him more dumb or something.
He looks, like I said in my last video, I said, I feel like his head injury from when he was a child is finally catching up with him and causing permanent brain damage.
Yeah, it's like it's combined with like his age or something.
Yeah, he's got like Saiyan Alzheimer's because he just like doesn't give a crap about anything except fighting.
How old is he? How old is he in Vegeta at this point? Like, jeez. Yeah.
Well, in the Peaceful World saga, Goku is 48 years old. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's 48. That's crazy.
He's old as.
Vegeta's 52.
Oh.
they're like getting ready for retirement.
Dan's really aged well, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did say that they live like, I think their physical peak lasts like twice as long as a human. So I think they won't really show any signs of actual aging until they're like physically 100. All right. Well, let me ask you this then. What is one thing that you would like to see out of this saga, and one thing that you'll be disappointed if happens?
But I would love to see Frost transform and it resemble Fifth Form Cooler. But I would say just the other characters just not getting that much screen time, especially after like how Builder was up like, oh, you know, they're all a team now, you know, they'll all be fighting. That would probably be like one of the biggest ball killers, I think.
Yeah.
And it might happen, but we'll see.
I think the thing that would disappoint me the most is if this is, if it literally just goes on fighting and then like everybody's fine. Like, I want to see at least one universe get annihilated, and I think they're kind of setting up that because like there's that one side
9 or 4 or like the rat one.
Yeah, the rat one I think has a chance to go, and I think it would be really cool if like the Grand Priest is the main villain and he actually force fuses with one of the Zenos.
Oh,
so
wow.
like transforms, you know what I mean? Like takes one of the Zenos and like transforms and just becomes like insane.
Yeah. Oh, I was also going to say this. This is probably way less realistic than the Frost Cooler thing, but I was thinking like it would be cool if like one of the characters, I don't know which one, maybe turn into something that resembles Janemba. But I just feel like there's probably less likely, unfortunately.
Well, we already have one.
Who?
It's Yellow Winnie the Pooh. Janemba, Janemba.
I meant Super Janemba, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. Alright, Rich, well, thanks for joining me today and talking about episode 97. No problem. Alright, guys, a link to Rich's channel will be in the description box below, so you can go there to check him out, and I would suggest doing that, because he's going to have some awesome videos up there.
Yeah, I don't have anything yet, but I did make the channel at least. It's called Ragiroth Gaming.
Yeah, I'll have a link to it up in the description box, so you guys can just go there and check it out. I want to see in the comment section below the same question that I proposed to Rich and myself. What would be a very disappointing ending to this saga, according to you? And what would you like to see something happen? I want to see those comments, and I want to see some unique ones. I'll tell you what, the top comment will get pinned, and I'll mention it in my next video.
There you go.
So, get on that, and go support me on Patreon if you can. There's a link in my description box, as well as my Instagram and my Twitter. Well, I'm most active on Twitter, but if you want to see a lot of my artwork, that stuff is mostly on my Instagram page. Rich, is there any pages you want to shout out?
Not that I can think of right now, no.
Okay, you can follow Rich on Facebook, but like I said, if there's anything else you guys want to see,
but I don't really use it.
yeah. If there's anything you guys want to see in future videos, hit the comment section up below and let me know. Go check out Rich's channel, and yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and remember to stay powered up.
Later, guys.
Peace.